Above all, my father was a teacher. He was not a shy man. He loved to pass on his knowledge to anyone who would listen, and sometimes even if they didn't want to listen. He taught me to love knowledge and to love to learn. This worked out well for both him and me. I got to learn more, and he got to teach more. He worked with both his mind and his hands. He taught me to reason and to build with power tools. Long after leaving home, I continued to call him with questions from math to plumbing. If he didn't know the answer, he would reason it through with me. But usually he knew the answer. My father taught math at Goshen College for many years. I was lucky enough to be able to take an advanced math course from him when I was getting teacher certification at Goshen College. He was an excellent teacher. I was glad to have him in the house to help me with the homework. His course was a carefully constructed revelatory journey through very difficult material. As I reflect upon his legacy, I'm heartened to think about the hundreds of minds that he shaped over the years with his teaching. It comforts me to know that the grasp of complicated math concepts will live on through those students. He was a tremendous gift to the world. My father was not an athlete, but once when I was 5 or 6, I convinced him to kick the soccer ball back and forth. After some fumbling, he managed to kick the ball to me, but he kicked it so hard that it hit me in the stomach, knocked me over, and took my breath away. I don't remember if I was crying when we went back into the apartment, but I remember the look on his face. He was horrified at what he had done, but he was now my hero. I had a father who was smart and strong. I was proud to be his son. My dad was compassionate. I only saw him cry once. It was the first time that I refused to go to church. He explained to me how important it was to him that I go. There were tears in his eyes. It was many years until I could understand those tears and how hard it is as a parent to be unable to pass certain values on to the next generation. Unfortunately, we can't go back. My father taught us to love the outdoors. Though most of our camping trips were as a family, I remember one fall going camping with him alone. It felt so special to be out in nature, just him and me. But the night was so cold that I ended up sleeping in the car. He didn't belittle me or scold me for being unable to withstand the cold. Instead, he taught me to be prepared for every type of weather. I have proudly been able to pass on this love of the outdoors to my children. We also went camping every summer, and I was able to teach them the same outdoor skills that he taught me. My last hike with my father was just after Thanksgiving, just a few weeks ago. He came to visit my family at our house on the Jersey Shore. Despite his need to use a cane and his unsteady feet, he pulled himself up by the tree branches along the sides of the path and pushed through a whole entire mile of uneven, sandy, muddy, but beautiful terrain. This mile-long hike was one of my most memorable outdoor experiences with him. Once again, he taught me something, perseverance. And I was able to teach him something about the sandy terrain of a beach environment, even if he didn't want to learn that. I too sometimes am a teacher. I am my father's son.